Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your boy, David Link. I'm the host here at Talking Magic for Life and Orlando Magic Pod. We're on episode 4 of the pod, and I wanted to just come in here and say thank you to all you guys. I have the YouTube page up right now. We have 27 subscribers now. I want to say thank you to all 27 of you. I love that you guys want to keep continuing to watch, my podcast and watch me bring you Orlando Magic content, talk about the Orlando Magic, give you Orlando Magic news and updates. I love the Orlando Magic. Been a fan since I was 5. I bleed the blue, and I'm just so grateful that you guys want to be here with me to talk about the Orlando Magic. As always, it's not good just to watch the videos on the YouTube channel. It is also great for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. So please always remember when you're on the channel to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell for you get all your updates for new footage and new episodes, and leave me some comments in the comment section if you like as well. So further ado, let's get the episode started. We got some brand new Orlando Magic players to talk about. A couple players just signed 2-way deals. The first player being Admiral Schofield, who's already been on the Orlando Magic. He has played very well. He did really well in the Summer League that just ended. He played pretty good last year for us. He's been playing awesome for the Lakeland Magic, and he has now been awarded with his second 2-way contract to come back to the Orlando Magic. I'm excited. He's a type of player who's a 3-and-D type player. He can hit the open threes. He can play great defense. He has, great athleticism. He has a great attitude, a great motor, and he wants to be here in the Orlando Magic organization, trying to make us better and help us continue getting better and moving forward as a franchise to become a team that can make the playoffs consistently, a team that can get to the playoffs, make some noise, a team that can get to the playoffs and make noise and eventually get to the championship game and win a championship. So he just signed a new 2-way contract. The second player, which I don't know too much about, he also signed a 2-way contract. Bring up on my Instagram page. First, we'll bring up second player here up on my YouTube channel. The Instagram channel. You can follow me on Instagram at Talking Magic for Life, and we're here on the page right now. This is the little bulletin post I made up on it. It's Talking Magic for Life breaking news. The Orlando Magic have signed shooting guard Kevon Harris to a 2-way contract. Kevon Harris last played for the Minnesota on their 2023 Summer League team. He's also played for the 905 Raptors in the G League, and I wanted to bring up some of his highlights from his G League time playing for the 905 Raptors. So we'll bring up the page here. We are here on G League TV. They're a YouTube channel that I frequently watch, and they have a highlight video of Kevon Harris from the 21-22 G League highlights from his time in 905 Raptors. So let's check it out.
It counts for more than just 2 points. Boys, they're just elevated, cleared space, and then just use his length, his extension.
The handles. The drive to the basket.
Westchester, Kevon Harris, that's a tough 2.
We need a player that has good handles who can create his own shot.
A lot of success.
We did a lot of standing around last year. The step back 3. What? I like that step back 3. That was nice. We had one of the worst offenses last year, and we were dead last in a lot of categories in the offensive side of the
Play
court.
goes on. Here's Hinton.
When
puts the ball on the ground,
we would get on offense and our
Kevon.
best players were sitting on the bench,
Right to the basket.
we would just be sitting around not doing anything. They get lost out there. We need players like this guy
This one.
to get the
We'll be
offense
seeing him for a
moving.
little while. Look out. Field from Isaac Bonga. 90 seconds
Number
to go
7,
in regulation.
Kevon Harris. The handle.
905 a chance to pad the lead. Harris to the basket.
Nice.
He's got it.
Break it down. Get into the paint.
Guarded
Put
by
up that
Bonga.
layup.
Feeds over to Harris. Lost it for a second. Puts
Ooh,
up
look
the
at that
shot.
fake out.
Got it.
Use the fake
0.6
to
to go.
It's no good.
get away from the defender to put the shot up.
Kevon Harris has got 4 double-doubles on the year. He continues to grow.
Look at that pass, man. Drew the defense in and laid it off to his teammate.
Especially when he played at Stephen F. Austin all those years.
Yeah.
That's the road trip.
I'm liking it. This kid's got handles. He can get his own shot. He can hit the open three. He has the offensive IQ to pass the ball to his teammates, to set them up for success in their passing pockets, shooting pockets. Pretty good.
Drives towards the basket. Fadeaway two. That's a
defense.
Switching hands on the dribble, picked up by Trey Scott with 8. Now drifts to the left top, left wing, left block under the basket.
I don't know how this guy is not already a player for the NBA. Probably because he came out of a smaller school. But I'm liking what I've seen so far in this highlight video. It shows that he can pass the ball, shows that he can play defense, shows that he has the motor to keep on going and not just standing around. Looking for other players who, give him the ball. He gets to his spots. He can create his own shot. He can drive to the basket, absorb the hits, and absorb the defense.
Impressive. Harris step back, nailed it.
If he can show what he did here in the G League for the Atlanta Magic, I'm pretty excited to see what this kid can do when he can bring to the Atlanta Magic on a two-way contract. Maybe he can play good enough to earn himself a true roster spot. But for what I'm seeing in these highlights, the Magic have picked a pretty good player to sign a two-way contract for. And this means we now have, with these two-way contracts, with the signing of Admiral Schofield and Kevon Harris, that brings our total roster to 16 players. And before the season starts, the Magic need to have their roster down to 15. So I'm wondering who we are going to be having to cut to bring that roster spot down to 15. We have a lot of good players on the Magic, but the Magic's front office and the coaching staff, which is Coach Mosley, has some tough decisions to make. Getting closer to the regular season and getting closer to training camp. It's not easy making those kind of decisions, to have to tell a player that, yes, you're an awesome player, you're great for the organization, you've shown us a lot, but we are going in a different direction. It's never easy to have to tell someone that and to give them that kind of news. Some of these players, if you're not one of the top players like a Paolo Banchero or a Cole Anthony or, players who have established themselves as top players, or a player like Franz Wagner, like these fringe type players that are like Devin Kennedy or Kevon Harris or Admiral Schofield. Those guys are playing every day for their basketball lives. They're playing every day in the gym, putting up shots, getting in the workouts to continue their dream of playing professional basketball in the NBA. NBA is one of the hardest leagues to get into. And not every player who comes out of high school or comes out of college or comes from the international game could make it into the NBA. The NBA is the top tier of basketball leagues. You got the NBA, then you got everyone else. And everyone is trying their best to make it to the NBA, to show the world what they can bring to the basketball atmosphere, the basketball showcase. And that is getting into the NBA. And these players like Schofield and Kevon Harris, Devin Kennedy, it's tough for these guys. They go through their basketball lives as the top players in their high school team, the top players in their AAU teams. They get to college, they dominate in the college team, and then when they get to the pros, man, they get a rude awakening. That the pro game is a different kind of animal. That's the speed of the pro game is faster. The players who play in the NBA are stronger. A lot of these players have been playing basketball their whole lives just like they have. And a lot of them are all-stars, man. You got a lot of players you got to go through to be in the NBA. The best thing I can say for a player who's trying to make it in the NBA is to be someone who is accountable, someone who is there to, the fundamentals, play great defense. You got to be able to shoot the ball. You got to be able to pass. And really, you got to be at least 6'5" or up, man, because some of these smaller players, it ain't easy for them unless they drop dead, spot on, assassins from the 3-point line where they can just shoot and make baskets all the time. But like I said, these players are getting the opportunity to make the NBA, and I'm loving the two-way contract. It gives players who wouldn't necessarily make it to the NBA a chance to show people in the organization and the NBA that they are able to be there. That's what the G League is for. That's what the two-way contract is for. And we got two of them. We got some two good ones. Like I said, Schofield and Kevon Harris. Going to be great for the Orlando Magic. They have a lot of great skills. Both can shoot the ball. Both play great defense. Both can get the ball to their teammates. And I'm excited to see both of these players play in person. The two-way contract means they could be in the organization for 45 days, and then they got to make their way back to the G League affiliate, which is Lakeland Magic. But when they do play for the Orlando, they do shoot up for the Magic, they're gonna bring some good stuff to us and help us win some games this year. Because I think the main thing this year is we're not just looking to see improving anymore. This year is all about winning basketball games. We need to show the NBA and our fans and that we are working towards a winning culture. And that is the main thing we got to do this year, win games. No more losing games. I'm tired of watching our team lose. And we need to win games, and our main goal should be get to the play-in game. If we can get to the play-in game, I don't think any team wants to play us in the playoffs. We were going to be a hard out, and we are an up-and-coming team that's on the rise, and I can't wait to show everyone what the Magic have. And I can't wait to see Paolo Banchero play, Cole Anthony, Markelle Fultz, Franz Wagner, Mo Wagner, bringing back Mo Bamba. And, we got a stacked team, and I'm excited for all of them. So, again, I want to go back to the Instagram page, give you guys some more updated news. Wait, like I said, we got this one. Dang it. Like I said, we got Talking Magic breaking news. Admiral Schofield is returning to the Orlando Magic. The team announced on Saturday that they have signed the former standout at Tennessee to a two-way contract. All right, this next video is a little tiny video that I made at Walmart the other day. I was at a local Walmart, and I thought it was pretty disgusting that a local Walmart in the Orlando Winter Park area had a very, very small section of Orlando Magic, apparel. Orlando Magic are the original pro team that Orlando has gotten, and it's disrespectful that a local business like Walmart is, not showing the love to the team, for a local team in the NBA. So here we go. Magic podcast, Talking Magic for Life, and Orlando Magic Pod. I'm here on the Instagram feed to give you guys an update on a very terrible thing that I'm looking at right now. I'm at a local Walmart here in the Orlando area. I'm on East Colonial. It's right down the street from the Fashion Square Mall, which is literally maybe 30 minutes or less from the Amway Center where the Orlando Magic play their home games. All Orlando Magic. And you would think, this being a local Walmart, they would have a pretty good size section of Orlando Magic apparel. Not the case. And I don't know what the problem is. You would think they would have a huge selection. I know it's not, it's not the Amway Center's, the gift, the team shop, which has a lot of stuff, but that's because that's at the Amway Center. Of course, that's going to have a lot of stuff in it. But what they do have here at this Walmart is a plethora of UCF, apparel, which, don't get me wrong, I love UCF, and they are a great team. They're on the rise. They're moving into the Big 12 next year. But, come on, man. We're in Central Florida. We're in Orlando/Winter Park, and we got a bunch of, UCF Knights. We even got a high school, university high Cougar apparel. We got a whole section, like 5 racks of Orlando City, who's not even been around that long. And you come all the way over here. Our lonely Orlando Magic get 1, 2, and 3 racks in this little corner, which you wouldn't even know was over here if you didn't actually go look for it. And it's pretty shoddy, stuff too. You got a little plain T-shirt with the Magic logo on it, a little hoodie, and then that's probably the best thing they have here is this Jonathan Isaac, T-shirt right here. which I'm hoping our boy Jonathan Isaac comes back. The Ministry of Defense. He gets to come back this year, and he's ready for the start of the new season, and he's ready to contribute to the team and be the Jonathan Isaac of old before his injury 2 years ago. But let me know in the comments, what you think of this being a local Walmart in the Winter Park, Orlando area, which is not even 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes from the Amway Center. And they have just that little tiny section of Orlando Magic stuff. That's bullshit, man. Like I said, I love UCF, man. Yes, this is the home city of UCF's, Knights, but it's also the home city of the Orlando Magic, the original, NBA, the original pro team we have here in Orlando, and I think it's, bullshit, and that the Magic are getting dissed like that, even by Walmart. Do we get dissed by the local media? We get dissed by the national media. We get dissed by Walmart. Who else is gonna diss Orlando? Just because we haven't been good for the last few seasons, the last few years. But damn, dude, it was a fucking whole section, in my opinion. We deserve a whole fucking section of Orlando Magic stuff, in this area. All right, well, that was just me. Again, it's your boy, David, the host of Talking Magic for Life and Orlando Magic Pod. Remember to follow me on Instagram if you don't already follow me here on Instagram. Also to follow me on Twitter at Talking. I changed the Twitter handle. It's now Talk Magic for Life. And you can also get me on the YouTube channel, which is the official YouTube channel of the podcast now. And that is Talking Magic for Life and Orlando Magic Pod on YouTube. Go on there, subscribe, hit the like button, hit me up with some comments. I appreciate you guys following me and being there for my Orlando Magic content that I create for you guys. And I'm just hoping to spread more content and make more content for you guys. And that's why I made the podcast, because I want to talk about the Orlando Magic, because I love the Orlando Magic. And I want to do more stuff for you guys. So like I said, this is your boy, the host of Talking Magic for Life at Orlando Magic Pod. Go on the YouTube channel, subscribe, like, go on Twitter, Talk Magic for Life. This is David. Peace out. Hey everyone, it's David, the host. All right, that was me at Walmart over there in East Colonial, which may be like 15, 20 minutes from downtown where the Orlando Magic play from the Amway Center. And I just thought it was pretty bad that I was in a local area, that's in the home area of the Orlando Magic, and then he only had a small section for Orlando Magic apparel. I want to see more Orlando Magic stuff everywhere, especially in Central Florida, because we are the main team bringing the entertainment to the Central Florida fans. And yes, it's it's just a Walmart, but come on, man, that Walmart should have just as much stuff as the Amway's team store has. And just to see that they had a tiny little section, and there was more UCF stuff, and there was more Orlando City stuff. And then, like I said, that one little tiny section for the Orlando Magic, I thought was atrocious. We are the Orlando Magic as a sports team, as a sports franchise, are the first team to come into the Orlando area, the Central Florida area, to bring professional sports to the Central Florida fans. It wasn't Orlando City soccer. It wasn't the UCF Golden Knights. It wasn't even the Solar Bears of the ACHL. It was the Orlando Magic of the NBA, the National Basketball Association, who came into Central Florida and brought us professional sports, brought us a professional basketball team, and have brought us over 30 years of special moments and entertaining and, awesomeness. And for a store like that to have just a small section just, really rubs me the wrong way. And I'm just hoping that the Magic can keep building to show the national media, the local media, our fans, that we are a team that's back on the rise, and we are a team that wants to win basketball games and wants to win and win championships, bring championships back to Central Florida, and show that we're just not a metacore team, a team that no one wants to talk about, because baby, we are on the rise, and it's the new, coming of the Orlando Magic, especially that we got Paolo Banchero now, the alpha dog. Team him up with Markelle Fultz, which is going to, both those players are going to open up so many possibilities on offense. My mind is spinning on all the stuff that those two players are going to be bringing to the Orlando Magic, and it's going to be awesome. So let's go over here for some more news. Talking Magic for life, breaking news. You have former Orlando Magic, wing Ignas Brastakis, has found himself a new home for next season. He's no longer going to be with the Orlando Magic. He has signed with a new team in the Lithuania Basketball League. BC Zalgiris. I think that's how you say their team. I looked them up, and they are one of the most decorated teams in the Lithuania Basketball League. So from here at Talking Magic for Life, and all Magic fans and even Orlando Magic organization wish Ignas Brastakis the best of luck in his new basketball venture in the Lithuania Basketball League. They're getting a really good player. He's a Canadian-born player. He is a player from Michigan, which is like our new pipeline of players is from Michigan. The Wolverines is our new pipeline of draftees. Half our team is from that, is played for that college. They're getting a good player. He's hardworking. He is a great perimeter shooter. He can shoot the three. He knows how to set up his teammates. He's a great defensive player, and I'm excited for him. Sad to see him go. He played a lot of good minutes for the Orlando Magic last few seasons, especially last year in all those times where we had COVID mess up our starting lineup, and they had to bring him in and a lot of other G League players. Those guys played and showed out. I know it wasn't the best and most entertaining games to watch, but I'm a true basketball fan. It was great to see those guys get an opportunity to play in the NBA and to show, other teams, not just the Orlando Magic, but other organizations, that they have skills that they could bring to bring to their team, and they get the opportunity, to play and show that, So that was pretty cool. And then we got some more Magic news. The Magic are now going to be opening up a brand new training facility right next to the Amway Center, and it is going to be the most expensive and biggest training facility in league history, going to be opening this year, and I got some posts for that as well. As you can see here, we got some pictures of some of the shots of the new facility. A Talking Magic breaking news update: at 70,130,000 square feet, the Orlando Magic are set to open one of the biggest training facilities in the NBA, which is pretty cool. The Orlando Magic front office and ownership are all in on the Orlando Magic becoming an even better team than they already are, and they are willing to put up the money to better train our players that are coming in.
I'm sorry.
What? Okay, I'll get you some. Go back in there. Oh.
Go back.
The Magic are just all in at improving this team. They are, let's say, $70 million is a lot of money and they're bringing in great content and great players, and they're all in on making those players, and train them to the best abilities they can to make them better players, which is pretty awesome. I also saw some other news that I saw on one of my other pages that I follow. Let's go in here and bring them up. All right, this is some news that I saw on one of my pages I like to follow. This news is from one of my favorite podcasts to listen to. I'm gonna give them a little shout out. That is the Ozone Podcast from our boys over at Orlando Magic HQ. They put on a great podcast every week. It's awesome. The Ozone Pod. Listen to it. Go on Apple Podcasts, Google, anywhere else you get your podcasting. You need to be listening to these guys. Al and Anthony are awesome. I've met them. They're great. They both do a great job every week, hosting their show. Hopefully they have checked my show out. I'm not sure they have, but if they have, it'd be awesome for them to take a look at it. But I want to give them a shout out. The Ozone Podcast has great content, and this is their Twitter. This is their Instagram page, Orlando Magic HQ, and I want to bring up some of their news, which I want to talk about. Let's bring up this up here. It says Magic News, straight from the boys over at the Ozone Podcast, Orlando Magic HQ. Magic News. The Magic have hired Sixers performance director Todor Padov as team head strength and conditioning coach. So what this means is they're even more going all in and going even more all in on training our players. Training our players is the top priority, and the Magic are just doing everything they can to put our players in the great position to contribute to the team and to make the team a better, organization, help us win basketball games, and it's awesome that I'm seeing that. So that was from, like I said, our boys over at the Ozone Podcast. Listen to their podcast; they're awesome, and that was their Instagram page, and they also have a website, OrlandoMagicHQ.com. Check them out. They're amazing guys. Al and Anthony are the hosts of that podcast, and they're amazing. So we're here now on my Facebook, fan group that I created. The thing that inspired me to start up a podcast was starting a fan page, and all the other podcasts I listen to. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to the Ozone Podcast. I listen to the Six Man Show, an Orlando Magic podcast. I listen to, Locked On Magic. I listen to not another pod. All those guys do a great job. They have inspired me to create this podcast. I want to say thank you to all of them. I want thank to the Ozone Podcast, the Six Man Show, Locked On Magic, and the soon to be this it's just great. Those guys all do a great job. They are the ones who are paving the way for Orlando Magic Podcast and paving the way for us fans to get Orlando Magic information, and they inspire myself to start my page and to start my fan group. And you can go on to Facebook, and it is Orlando Magic for Life on Facebook. We are 864 members strong. My goal is hopefully to get to 1,000, members, and we're almost there. And after 1,000, to keep going from there. I just love, like I said, Orlando Magic, and this right here is a great place for Orlando Magic fans to talk, about the Orlando Magic, post whatever they want about the Magic, anything that's related to Orlando Magic, you can find on our Facebook group. Go to the Orlando Magic, Facebook group on Facebook, Orlando Magic for Life, and join. I want more fans to join the page, more fans to interact with each other, and I want you guys to interact with myself. I need more content to bring to the pod, so please go there. Go on the YouTube page, go on the Instagram page, go on my Twitter page. Just tell me what I can do to make this better for you guys, and I want more interaction with you guys. That's what I'm all about, is interacting with the fans and fellow Orlando Magic fans, and to get more feedback from you guys would be great, and it would mean a lot to me to know that you guys are watching and that you guys are putting in your time, and you want to help me out and show me what I can do to bring more awesome content to you guys. Like I said, this right here is the page, Orlando Magic for Life on Facebook. It is a fan group. Go there and join. It's anyone can join. You just look it up, hit the join button. I'm the main administrator, and telling you, this is an amazing space to just talk about the Orlando Magic and to talk with friends and just all things Magic, baby. That's all I'm all about. The Orlando Magic, for life, baby. That's what the moniker is about. Bleeding the blue, keeping the dream alive. Us finally getting the NBA Finals again and actually hoisting the O'Brien Trophy one day. That is my dream of me seeing that, and I can't wait for that to happen. It will happen before my lifetime. I just know it will, and we're that one step closer to that. All right. I also have Twitter. Let's go in here. Like I said, go on to Twitter. The Twitter handle is Talk Magic for Life. I had changed it from I used to be called ORL Magic for Life 89, but now I'm all in on the Talking Magic for Life podcast. It's now Talking Magic for Life. For any of you guys who have Twitter, go on there. Please follow my Twitter page. I need more followers there as well. I need more people to take ideas from and to highlight on the pod itself. And I could maybe highlight one of your tweets on the podcast. Just go over there, hit up the likes on the tweets, and follow the page. More the merrier. Like I say, more Magic fans the better. We need to come in strong because we're not getting enough footage on the national media. We need, as fans, to show the national media that we are not a team to be trifled with. We're not a team to take lightly. We are here. We're coming here. We're gonna smack you in the face and bruise some egos and put up some wins and show the team the Magic are back, baby, like a phoenix out of the ashes. Woo! Yeah! A couple more things I want to talk about, is some keys to the upcoming season. There are a lot of things that Orlando Magic need to do to improve on and to be a better team this coming season. And one of the main keys that I believe the Magic need to have to be successful in the upcoming 22-23 NBA season is health. Being healthy is key. We are one of the worst teams in the league to have injuries. We're one of the most injured teams in all of the NBA. Most of our players were all out. Cole Anthony was out. Markelle Fultz was out. Jalen Suggs was out for part of the season. Jonathan Isaacs has been out for 2 seasons. That's what a lot of fans don't know, and a lot of people in the national media don't understand is that the Orlando Magic has been injured. And if we would have a full roster of players that weren't injured, we would be a different team. We were already one of the best teams after the All-Star break. After the All-Star break, we were a top 10 defensive team. Our offense went up. Once Markelle Fultz came back from injury, our team was way better with him back on the court and running the team. I was listening to the 6-Man show the other day, and they had one of their guests come on, and this guest was a huge analytics guy, and he actually said the stat that Markelle Fultz was one of the top players in the NBA to have high priority assists, meaning assists that lead to open layups, lead to open threes, lead to open shots, and he brought that to the team. And with him on the floor, having a full offseason of being healthy, I'm excited to see him come in next year. We're gonna get a whole season of him being healthy. That is definitely gonna be a really good thing, and him having the ability to pass the ball, get into the paint, and he pretty much whenever he has the basketball in his hands, he can just get into the lane whenever he wants. And with Paolo Banchero as his running mate, I believe he's gonna up his stats in the assist game. I could think he might average upwards of 10 assists a game this coming season. And with Paolo there to open up the floor more, he's gonna have so many openings to get the ball to WCJ, to Paolo, to Franz, to Cole, and it's gonna be amazing to see that man just open up his playbook this season with all the new players he has around him, having an off season where he can work on his basketball game, not have to be working on his rehab. He's now had a whole off season, is having a whole off season of working on his passing, his shooting, his mid range game, his drive to the basket game. And the main thing that he's going to bring to us is the ability to read the floor, to read the defenses, get the basketball into the hands of his teammates, and set them up for success. And he's going to be one of the league leaders in assists next year, and I can't wait to see it. Same thing with Paolo Banchero. We are now going to be one of the top teams in getting free throws. That was one of the main things I took away from the Summer League, debut in the 2 games was his ability to pass the ball and his ability to get into the paint, absorb the defense, and get to the free throw line. We were one of the worst teams last year in making the free throw line and getting to the free throw line and making free throws. Now that we have Paolo Banchero, he is going to open up the floor a lot as well. He is going to be able to open the floor to get the pass to his teammates as well. And another key for the Orlando Magic going next year is the emergence of Franz Wagner. That man needs to assert himself more. And he needs to show that he could be a top dog as well. And with Paolo Banchero and Markelle Fultz getting him the ball and setting him up, I believe this year we're gonna see a year 2 jump where Franz could at least get upwards to maybe 20 points a game and more rebounds and more assists. And if he can just turn that switch on to be a more assertive and to insert himself more in the offense and be the guy who asks for the ball more, he is going to just be insanely good, and he's going to have lots of great players to bring him the ball. And a lot of teams are going to be scared. They're going to be like, what are we going to do with this guy? If he can open up his full potential, lights out next year, guys. Franz Wagner, could be an all NBA player moving forward if he can just unlock all his, tools and his potential. Third, we're going to see the super emergence of Wendell Carter, WCJ. He already showed last year that he could be a top center in the league, and he was probably our best player last year for the entire season was WCJ. And I am excited to see him play. I'm excited to see the space open up for him with Paolo Banchero getting the ball and Markelle Fultz opening up the lanes for him. And his defense is going to be awesome. That's the main thing he can bring to the basket. To our team is playing great defense. He is an awesome mid-range shooter. He upped his stats and shooting the ball from three-point land, and his three-point percentage is awesome. He's going to be great, and I can't wait. And then another thing is the year 2 leap that Jalen Suggs is going to take. Jalen Suggs, wasn't like the best player last year for offensive wise, which sucked. I hope that this year he needs to work on his shooting and his ability to get to the basket and finish and make his layups at the basket and finish at the hole. But what he's going to bring is he's already a top tier defender, not just being a rookie. He was a top defender being a player in the NBA, not just for rookies, not just for players, but top defensive player in the league. And for a rookie, for being a top 10, top 15, defensive rating for a rookie is amazing. He's just going to keep improving, and he's going to show everyone that he can play offense, that he can make shots, and he can make his threes. And when he does, Tony, lights out for other teams as well, baby, because all these young players coming together and opening up all their potential is going to be a problem for the rest of the league, and I'm excited to be there in person to see it. We need to stay healthy, and the main thing for the Orlando Magic, my last key for the Orlando Magic for their success coming this season for the 2022-23 NBA season is the return of the Ministry of Defense. That is Jonathan Isaac. If we can get Jonathan Isaac back, being fully healthy, ready for the start of the season, and he could be the Jonathan Isaac of old. Dude, before he got injured, he was on pace to be the defensive player of the league, and that guy was blocking shots left and right. He was getting in front of all the offensive players and stopping their drives. He got into his right spots on defense. He was an eraser, defensive eraser. And if we can just give that and his offense comes along the way as well, more lights out for the rest of the league. It's going to be a problem the league's going to have when they play the Orlando Magic. All these players coming together and finally opening up the potential that is the Orlando Magic. It's going to be a tough one for everyone. All right, that's it for this episode. I hope you guys liked the episode. I hope I didn't ramble on too much. Again, remember to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell so you get all your updates for future episodes and future content. It helps me, bring Orlando Magic news to you guys and helps me bring my love of the Orlando Magic for you guys. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to bring the love for the Orlando Magic and why I created the pod. Remember, hit the subscribe button. You can also follow me on Twitter at Talk Magic for Life. No, not Talk. No, Talk Magic for Life. You can also follow on Instagram at Talk Magic for Life as well. And like I said, follow me on Instagram. So just follow me on all social media: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Go on Facebook. Join the Orlando Magic for Life fan page. And thank you again for coming in to listen to me talk about the Orlando Magic. Once again, my name is David Link, the host of Talking Magic for Life and Orlando Magic Pod. Till next time, thank you. Peace out.